This is exactly why I hate Mark Zuckerberg and his stupid ass apps. Hold on. Always got my ass out. Hey, Meg. Okay, now let's go over to Instagram. When you go to your settings, the little three dots at the top, if you scroll down to the part that says what you see, right? And right here, it says content preferences. You click on that. Look at what it says under political content. Limit. Ain't that some shit? So now you got to click on that and then change it to don't limit if you want to see stuff. Also, hold on, I'm going to show you something about this too. It tells you right here, political content is likely to mention governments, elections, or social topics that affect a group of people and or society at large. Now read right here. This setting also applies to threads. Now, it affects your suggestions in Explore, Reels, feed recommendations, and suggested users. It does not affect the content from accounts you follow. But how the fuck you gonna know who to follow if you banning people's content that talk about social topics and things that affect society at large? Like, listen, y'all, look at this shit right here too. It says reduced by fact checking and reduce is checked by default. Who's doing the fact checking? That's my question. Who's doing the fact checking? Is it the same motherfuckers that deny our appeals when black people are telling the truth and then white people report us and then our appeals don't go through? Are those your fact checkers? Because if that's the case, absolutely the fuck not. Like, this is what I'm saying, y'all. You have to start paying attention, okay? This country is trying to oppress anybody who is not white, who is not heterosexual, who does not subscribe to their version of Christianity. Like, they want white, patriarchal, heteronormative, Christofascism in this country so bad they can taste it. But the GOP is broke. It does not matter about Donald Trump. I really want y'all to get that through your heads. It is the entire GOP. They are broke on state levels. They are broke on the national level. And these motherfuckers are scrambling. And this is how you know, because they are limiting the American public's access to people who actually tell the truth about what's going on, to people who are not being paid to say whatever. Only the people who are being paid by these political parties or whatever have these huge platforms that are untouched. Everybody else out here who are just fact finders, who are just truth tellers, they are being suppressed. And it has happened. Hell, I was a Facebook jail veteran, sweetheart. So that's how I already know that the shit is coming for us all. And you need to pay attention. You need to wake up and you need to vote, ho. This ain't about being on no Democrat team or none of that shit. This ain't about pledging your love and your life to the Democrats. This is about keeping the GOP, who wants to oppress everybody who is not a white, Christo-fascist, heteronormative man in this country legally. They want to oppress you legally. I don't understand why white women don't see it, because they're taking your reproductive rights away. Like, The Handmaid's Tale was not a work of fiction completely. The Handmaid's Tale was based on real European fascism, bitch. Wake the fuck up. This is an article on a site called lithub.com. It was from March of 2017. So right after Mango Mussolini took office, right? They were talking to Margaret Atwood about what it's like to watch her own dystopia from Handmaid's Tale come true. The question was, what advice do you have for women? And she said, I'd say in general, be informed, be aware. Then look at this part down here. Childbirth care, prenatal care, early childhood care. Many people will not even be able to afford any of it. Dead bodies on the floor will result. We seeing that right damn now. Then she says, it is frightful. Then there is the whole issue of sexual violence being used as control. So is it any wonder why the GOP's main candidate for president is somebody who said grab him by the pussy and you can do anything, and all these little red pill podcasts and all that shit that y'all be out there listening to? This is going to be the result. This right here, you can't see the top, but it says on the inspiration for The Handmaid's Tale. Oh, 3 main things. What some people said they would do regarding women if they had power, they have it now, and they are, hello somebody. Number 2, 17th century Puritan New England, plus history through the ages. Nothing in the book that didn't happen somewhere. Okay? Then they asked her, what does it feel like to see America on its way to becoming Gilead? I cannot tell you how strange this feels. I wrote the book hoping to fend it off. Then she says, the Constitution still stands. That was in 2017. They are trying to rewrite our Constitution. And P.S., women were never ratified into the Constitution as equal to men. I just want you to sit with that for a second. We had a chance to do it back in the 70s before most of us were born, and not all the states, 2/3 of our country did not agree to it. We were 3 states short of agreeing to ratify women as equal into the Constitution. Anyway, support your leaders who are standing against unconstitutional laws. Keep informed as best as possible. Everything is as best as possible right now. Again, this was in 2017 before he even had a chance to dismantle all the shit in our government. Y'all, we are at the precipice of fascism in this country. I am not speaking in hyperbole. This is real live shit. And you can sit there and be emotional about shit going on in another country and fuck your own self if you want to. But this is real and this is serious. You have to vote to keep the GOP out of power. Third-party votes are not going to do that. Third-party votes do nothing but split the vote from the people who could actually beat the GOP. So right now, unfortunately, the only choice we have, because y'all motherfuckers do not show up at the midterms and you put us in this goddamn situation with your inaction and with your not paying attention. The reason we're in this position right now is because y'all don't vote in the midterms. So now we have to give our votes to the only people who can beat the GOP. And unfortunately, that's the Democrats, baby. We could revamp our entire political system within the next decade if y'all would show up and do things properly and strategically. It's going to take you being a grown-up. It is going to take you prioritizing properly. It is going to take you knowing what the fuck is going on in our legislature. So wake up, pay attention, and vote, ho, and fire the entire GOP, which means vote for the fucking Democrats in November or you're not going to be able to vote again. And this is not an exaggeration. I'm sorry. Just because you don't want it to be the truth, don't make it not the truth, bitch.